I have finally invested in something I should have bought a long time ago. The manual. This car is very confusing under the bonnet. There's lots of wires, they've all been cut. Most of them don't go where they should go, so I finally relented and bought this thing. This book is astonishingly comprehensive and it should tell me everything I need to know to get this car going. If you follow the link down below, you can buy a copy yourself if you have one of these cars. It is definitely going to be extremely useful getting this car going. Right, got my test meter, got some circuit diagrams, let's crack on. Quite a few variations on this car and lots of different wiring diagrams in here. This one is the 230C up until mid 1980. Don't want that one. What I want is 230E from July 1980 onwards, which means I need this key and this diagram, which makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So 61 is the coil down there, 60, number 60 is the distributor, so this wire here must be the king lead. Now then, 53 is transistor ignition switching device, which I believe is this thing on the bulkhead down here. So I'm looking for a brown wire, SW, what colour is F? A black wire. Right, this is sort of making a bit of sense. This wire here only has two connections in it, and it should go to the distributor, and it does look like it does. It gets very mucky under there, but yeah, it looks like it goes under there. This wire has four connections in it. Now then, where do they go? So I just need to follow these and see where they go. So coming out of that four connector wire is a brown one, which is hanging loose down here. Continuity testing it, as if I needed to check that. Which means that is that one, and that goes to ground. So I should have earthed this onto something, and presumably this one will also be an earth as well. So that's progress. That's two wires with homes. I can give them a home now. Now, this black one here, a red and a black go into that, so I need to work out what goes from there. Now this one is a red and a black. A red and a black go into the connector block, and it should go off to the positive side of the coil. I made up this black wire temporarily as a test. Now the more eagle-eyed viewers amongst you will notice that this is a different day and this is a different battery, and that's a jump pack, because the really nice battery I got for this car has been stolen by the Mini because that battery died, and this is the rubbish battery that came in the Mini. So I'll quickly clean up these terminals and get this one connected up, and because it's a rubbish battery I'm going to have to give it a bit of a boost. As a side note, something I did find out about these cars is that these hinges and the bonnet catches do actually break and seize up quite badly, so you can wind up breaking the hinges or bending the bonnet or snapping the latch off. So they've all had good coating of lithium grease so that it all goes up and down nice and smooth, which is a handy tip. Right, let's get this thing hooked up and see if this new wiring actually works. Wow, it's so hot in here. Right, okay, so moment of truth. We have some power. Will this do anything? No, it won't. That battery really is toast. Right, take 2.5. Car's in park. No brake pressure at all, I didn't notice it already. Not on fire. Let's give it a minute to get some Right, I need to see if I'm getting a spark on this. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a spark plug out. Turn that key until the starter motor goes. You know, sometimes you have a moment where you think, I'm the biggest idiot in the world. I just had one of those. When I was checking the continuity of the wires the other day, I unplugged this to check which wire went where. I forgot to plug it back in again. Let's give that another go. Well, I'm pretty sure the wiring's alright, so I'm going to try and check the coil works. Getting a reading of 0.8, so we can factor that in. Connect this down the pins here. 1.3, so it's only about reading about half an ohm. Getting nothing. I think that means the coil is kaput. Dead coil means no car working. That might be an easy fix. If this is dead, it explains what it was doing in the boot. I better go shopping and see if I can find a new one. So after checking and then double checking, it turns out this coil is dead. So I've been down my local motor factors and got this one, which I think is probably the same one. So I'm going to get this bolted in the car and then see if it will run. If it doesn't, maybe I'll try eBay for getting rid of the car. I know the red and the black are the wrong way around for positive and negative, but those are the only size connectors I had for the old coil. Right, it's hooked up to the Rover now because this one is totally dead. It was getting 0 volts when I tried to recharge it overnight. So I fixed the wires, I put a new coil in. Well, it's got a wrong battery, but it's getting power from another car. But it's still not firing. I don't know where to go now. What else can I change on this thing? I mean, do I just bung it on eBay, get rid of it and start again with something else? Get a professional in? I don't want to pay lots of money for that. I don't know. What else could be wrong with this thing? Well, there's lots wrong with this thing. I don't know. Well, hit subscribe, watch next time. Maybe I'll find a solution. Maybe I'll give you the link to find it on eBay if you want to carry on with this project yourself. Right now, I'm not quite sure what to do.